I still talk to a lot of contractors and home service business owners who struggle to generate leads for their business. A lot of them are still out there using places like Home Advisor, Angie's Leads, Thumbtack. Maybe they try stuff like Google AdWords, Facebook ads, hiring SEO agency, marketing agencies to generate leads for their business. And a lot of them just don't take advantage of something they already have. It's that Google business profile. And it's one of the best ways to generate leads for your business where you could generate 20, 30, 40 highly qualified leads for your business month in, month out by using that. And I'm going to share with you guys how to use your Google business profile to start generating more leads for your business. What's up there, guys? Is here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping contractors and home services understand how to use the internet to generate more leads for their businesses. And in this video, I want to talk about that Google business profile that you probably already have set up, maybe sitting dormant for a long time, and how you can start using it to generate 20, 30, 40, sometimes even more leads than that just by utilizing that Google business profile correctly. And look, I know a lot of contractors and home service business owners have try to generate leads a bunch of different ways. Like I was explaining earlier, a lot of them are still using that Home Advisor, Angie's Leads, Thumbtack. I'm shocked that those places are still in business because people are still need those services. They still are fighting for leads, and some people pay for SEO agencies. They go on Fiverr and all this SEO crap to rank their website to the top of Google. And let's be honest, nobody's really clicking on websites anymore. Don't get me wrong. Your website still plays a massive and critical role for your business, but people just aren't going to websites. They're going to the Google business profile to look for any potential service. And I've noticed a lot of contractors spent money like on Google AdWords, creating Google Ads campaigns. I've seen some guys even use like Facebook ads, things like that, to start generating leads. But in this video, I want to share with you guys how critical and how great the leads you can get from your Google business profile if you understand how that whole thing works, how the Google ranks these Google business profiles just based from what I've learned over the years of ranking websites, ranking businesses and things like that. I used to be really, really focused on ranking websites back then when it was important. People would type in stuff like carpet cleaning services in their particular town. And if their website shows up in that one of those top 10 blue links, people will click on them and call for those business. But now as we progress and go more and more and more mobile, I tell people all the time, from the stats that I'm seeing, it's like 70, 80% of all local searches are done on a mobile device. And then that screen is so small, when people are scrolling looking for businesses, that I would say 20, maybe 30% of those clicks go to the ads at the top, but more like 50%, probably more than 50% go to the organic listings in the Google business profile. And if you optimize your Google business profile the best way that you can and really push that listing to the top, you can get a tremendous amount of leads coming in to your business. And what I like to tell a lot of business owners, you'll be shocked how many people just actually go on the listings and just tap on the phone number and call the business directly off that listing. They don't visit the website. They don't do anything like that. It's insane how much has changed. But so I want to share with you guys the 6 critical things that I think Google's looking for in placing a business at the top of those Google searches or the Google map listings. I always try to tell contractors and home services, look, bottom line, what Google's trying to do, it's looking for the 3 best businesses in a particular area providing that particular service. If you are one of those 3, you really, really believe that you're one of those top 3, for example, lawn care service in your town, best window cleaner in your town, best concrete contractor in your town, it is your job to prove to Google that you are one of those businesses. And it is some of the ways that I think Google filters out and makes its judgment as to who it places at the top of the Google 3-pack. Let me share with you guys what I think those are. All right. So, like I was saying, I strongly believe this is it. It's in the 3-pack or bust for your business. If you can't get your business into the Google business profile, in my opinion, you might as well just stop trying to market there on Google because this is where the vast, vast majority of people go to look for a business for, like I said, if a window cleaner, carpet cleaning, concrete contractor, whatever it might be, this is where the people start to go. You see the ads here and you see the blue stuff right here. So what do I believe that Google's looking for in order to rank a business at the top of Google's business profiles? Like I always tell people on my channel here, I always try to place myself in Google's shoes. What would I want if I owned Google and I was going to make the judgment on who I'm going to place here at the top? My job for Google is to give the end user the best search results possible so that people trust my Google search thing, map listings, and continue to use my product. If not, people are going to jump elsewhere. So you have to be really good and picky about who you pick here in your businesses. So if you're the business owner, these are the six major things, major categories that I think Google's looking for in order to rank a business here at the top. Of course, the first thing is having that listing to begin with. It's shocking how many business owners don't even have one of these listings to begin with. So setting one of those things up and getting it filled out correctly, uploading pictures, all of this stuff is very, very important because I think Google wants people, businesses to use their listing. If you use their listing, they're going to be happy, right? This is their property. They want you to use it correctly. So they're looking forward to see if you're uploading pictures regularly, if you filled out every single category, every single service that you provide with descriptions and things like that. Are you responding to all of your reviews? Are you posting on your Google business profile? Have you connected your social media to it? All of this stuff. They just want to make sure that you're using this 100%. If you have like 10 businesses and they're all fighting for the top, one of the things, if I was Google, if I'm seeing a business not even utilizing this thing, then I'm just going to start pushing it to the side. I want people to use my product. Like I said, if I was Google, so I'm going to favor those who use my product, which is the Google Map listing. So fill that out completely. That's one of the things I think Google's looking for in ranking a business at the top. Another thing that I strongly believe that Google's looking for is if a business is out there promoting their services. If you are adding your business to directories online related to your industry. So just like a roofer, some roofers use a particular type of shingle and they're listed in the directory of that company with that shingle brand or whatever it might be. If you're a junk removal business, there's directories for junk removal businesses. If you're a paving contractor, there's directories for paving contractors online, all of those, and the basic ones too, like Yelp. Do you have a Facebook page? Do you have an Instagram page? Do you have, I don't even know if a TikTok's that important, but maybe they are looking into anything like that. Are you out there actively trying to promote your business on other platforms online? What I see Google doing is going out there and looking for your business name, looking for your business address, looking for your phone number, and make sure you're out there online. You're actually a legitimate business out there trying to promote your services. This is what I like to call business listing citations. Are you getting them? That's another thing that Google's looking for to rank in a business in that Google business profile. So here's another one. If I own Google, I'm going to look for businesses that actually spent energy, time, and effort on building out their websites for their customers. Are they giving their customer a good user experience? Are they still building out a website that's SEO optimized, even though it's not that important, like ranking a website anymore? It's kind of almost a waste of time, I believe. It's your business profile that matters. But have you structured your website to be a good user experience for your end user, for the customer? And on your website, you provide all of the information, all of the services you provide, and it's geographically, how do I say, it's structured to tell people that you do business in that particular area. One of the things I talk about on my channel here is the structure of your website. Do you provide your service? Is it clearly stated on your website, the service you provide and in the location you provide that in, and all of your additional sub services and additional location pages for people, for some of the cities around your area that you do those services? Is your website linking correctly? Does it navigate right? So somebody clicks on service number 2 of your page. Does it go onto the service number 2 of your page? And does that link right back to your website? Are you creating subcategory pages and pages in areas where it's more competitive, or depending on your industry? There's some services out there that have a lot of subcategories like plumbers, junk removal services, even paving services, home remodeling service. You might have a handyman service. You have numerous of the little services that you provide. Are you creating sub-service pages for that website and connecting that website to the Google Business Profile? I try to tell contractors and home services, where do you think that Google Business Profile even gets the information to show up on that listing? This is what I mean about structurally really having a real structured website. I think it's one of the things that Google's looking for to rank a business in that 3-pack. Here's another thing that's pretty obvious that Google's looking for reviews. Are you getting a consistent amount of reviews? Are you getting good reviews? And are they reviews that are locally in your area? I really do believe that Google knows when, let's say, I live here in Paso Robles, California, and there's a town that's about 3 miles away from us. And let's say I do a lot of business in that area and I get a lot of reviews in that particular area. I really do believe Google knows the IP addresses of those reviews, and it knows that it's local to my area. So it's going to give me more exposure. It's going to give my Google Business Profile even more reach because it knows I'm providing that service out in those local areas. It's also looking for reviews on other platforms like on Yelp, like on Home Advisor. Depending on the industry, there's different places where you can get like a, what do you call them, a directories, reviews in other directories, things like that. That's something that I would, if I owned Google, that's exactly what I'd be scouring the internet and see, okay, this guy's getting great reviews on Google, but are they getting them somewhere else? Yeah, they're getting a review here, review there. So this is a damn good company. I'm going to place them at the top. Again, not for them, to protect my brand. Now, this was a big one. Are they getting backlinks from local area websites? And are they getting backlinks from live websites that are related to their industry? I see some contractors, some home services, think that they pay for SEO places like on Fiverr, a bunch of crap like that. They're going to point all these links and raise their domain authority and make them go to the top. But the links are garbage. It's completely useless. They're stupid. They're just dumb links that don't do anything. So if I own Google, I'm going to look at this guy's website. I'm going to take a look at this guy's website and say, you know what? Are they getting backlinks from other websites to prove to me, the Google, that this guy is being shared online, locally relevant, things like that? This is why I tell contractors and home services that you have to try to get backlinks from locally relevant websites. Let's say there's a sports team that you can sponsor and they display your logo with a link pointing back to your website. Doesn't it make sense to promote your business in that little league team or the sports team or whatever it might be? You're actively promoting your business out in the real world with a link pointing back to your website. That's creating some local relevance. This is why I'm big on joining chambers of commerces. You think I don't know? You think Google doesn't know that people have to spend money to join a chamber of commerce? So let's say there's like 5 towns in your area, in your county. Why not join all 5? You might do one a month. It might cost you 2, 3, 4, $500 a piece, but who cares? And there is some old people, boomers, are still going to those local chambers of commerce to look for services, right? And you're on there, they're going to click on your thing and visit your website and then give you a call. So it just makes sense for you to do things like that. And there's places where you can sponsor like local, maybe like a local fair, a local event, things like that. But you also have to go out there and get backlinks from live websites related to your industry. So, for example, let's say you're a mobile car wash, right? Doesn't it make sense to get links from automotive type blogs and websites out there online? If you own a dumpster rental service, doesn't it make sense to get like links from a websites like real estate websites, websites related to like the home cleaning and things like that, where they make mention of your business? But you have to get them from links that are websites that are live, that have live traffic, people visit them, not some bogus, what they call them, public blog networks or some websites that, they're just sitting in the ether of the internet, not doing shit. You got to get links from live websites in order to prove to Mr. Google over here that you're a legitimate business that's being shared online. So this is one of the things I think Google's looking for, and placing a business here at the top of the search results. And finally, the last one is the brand recognition. This is just a personal theory of mine. I have absolutely no data to back this up. But I do believe that Google knows if a brand is being searched online by name. So let's say I own a carpet cleaning business here in my town and I call it Get Busy Carpet Cleaning, right? I've done all of these other things right here. People see my vans cruising around town, Get Busy Carpet Cleaning. And so people jump on their phone and go, you know what? Let me type in carpet cleaning, Get Busy Carpet Cleaning, hit enter, and they see my business profile there and click on there. I just imagine Google understands that. Not only that, it knows the IP address of that local search. So if I was cruising in my car and I see that my van out there says Get Busy Carpet Cleaning, I pull up my phone, I'm going to look them up online. Google knows I did that search online. I clicked on there, I clicked on their website, I clicked on their phone number, whatever it might be. It's proven to Google that I'm a brand that's known in this particular area. So it's going to favor me as a business and place it here in this 3-pack. Google's going to go, you know what? People know this guy in town. I'm going to go ahead and place him on here. He's recognized. He's got all of this stuff. This is why I say it's a combination of things. It's not any singular thing. I tell people it's kind of like fitness. I tell people, if I get somebody who wants to get in shape and I just tell them all you have to do is lift weights, it's going to work for some extent, but that individual needs to do some cardio. They need to eat better. They need to sleep better. They need some stretching. All these combines create a fit person. Same with the Google business profile. I strongly believe that Google's looking for these main 6 things here in order to make its judgment and place, you know what? Who am I going to place here? Not to benefit this business, to benefit me, Google, the search engine, and the Google Map system. Who am I going to place here to benefit me? And this is what I think they are looking for, because they're not going to let just some schmuck come into this listing here unless, and these days are slowly going away. Back when I first started, there's people that didn't even have a business profile to begin with. They didn't have a website. So any Joe Schmo just puts something online, you get ranked on the top here. But people are figuring this stuff out. So now it's getting more and more competitive. So these are the 6 things I think Google's looking for to rank a business here at the top. So there you have it. That's what I think it takes to get a Google business profile to the top of that 3-pack. Get into that 3-pack and make things going. The great thing about it is that even when you start, let's say that you are, let's say, just a carpet cleaning business, you just started, you got your listing profile set up maybe like 30 days ago, you'll still get some leads, because what happens is that Google will drop that pin right there where you started. And if you start doing the necessary work of building that website, getting backlinks, the reviews, the citations done, your radius will begin to grow, and at least you'll start to generate some leads from people a mile or 2 or 3 miles away from that listing. So the potential's still there, but it does take some work to get all of that going and eventually grow the reach of that listing to grow out to even further and get more leads for your business, consistent, high quality leads for your business. So you guys want to learn how to do any of this stuff, my whole process, I follow those 6 steps to rank a business toward the top of the Google search results. You could join my group, and I go into a lot more detail of each specific process to get a listing at the top of the search results. My link's in the description below. And like I said, all of that stuff combined is what causes the website to climb up the search results. As a matter of fact, one of those things is the structure of the website. There's a lot of into it, but when the more you think about it logically, it makes a lot of sense. You can check out the web video right here, where I made a video showing you exactly how you should structure your website to get that bastard ranking to the top of the search results. Not the website, the Google business profile. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.